Let me move to VAWA and special domestic violence criminal jurisdiction. In the 2013 reauthorization of VAWA, we recognized tribal special domestic violence criminal jurisdiction that allowed tribes to prosecute non-native domestic violence offenders in tribal courts, and this was for a limited class of offenses. So just last week, the House passed its reauthorization vehicle that expands this jurisdiction to a broader class of sexual assault and domestic violence offenses, as well as crimes against children and assaults on tribal police officers. The vehicle there, the reauthorization vehicle, also allows for a pilot project that is specific to Alaska Native villages that have 75% or greater Native population to exercise this jurisdiction. I think that all these provisions in the House bill are a step in the right direction. You and I have had discussion about the issues of just protection in general in outlying areas of very remote parts of my state, where we really have got to be thinking outside of the box when it comes to how we provide for protection. And so allowing for these limitations based on jurisdiction are really, really hard when you have women and children that are vulnerable. So I'm hoping that we can continue to work with you on these jurisdictional issues. I'm hopeful that we'll have a chance to bring you up to the state so we can get you out into some of these villages, see how these tribal courts are functioning, and again, better explore the opportunities to provide for a level of safety. I do appreciate you including the 5% tribal set-aside from the Crime Victims Fund. I think that this is going to make a difference. But if you can comment in any way on this aspect of tribal jurisdiction and what it might mean for domestic violence protection.
Well, I think Alaska Native women, face unacceptably high levels of violence in very remote areas, and I've actually scheduled a trip up to Alaska specifically to visit some of these communities. And so I would approach this with a great deal of sympathy for the need to think outside of the box and to do something that's effective in protecting this vulnerable population. And I'm prepared to work with you to try to fashion something that will work.
Well, I appreciate that, and also working on the murdered missing Indigenous women's initiatives that we're working on. I look forward to that as well too, and welcoming you to the state. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.